Hey, what's up, my guys? Welcome back to another episode. My name is Dark Sage, and thank you guys for tuning in today. As today, I am officially going to be a graduate in about a week or so. Let's see, 6 days basically from now, I will be graduating from my high school along with the rest of my graduating class, which is about 50 other students or so. So 15, not 15. But today I also want to get into a little bit of just some kind of stuff I wanted to get through in the last couple of videos, but I didn't really get to, as it's been a long break from my last video, and I'm really sorry about that again. Like, I cannot stress how sorry I am when I miss deadlines for videos or anything like that. So it really does put a strain on me sometimes, and then again, it takes away from all the content that I'm supposed to be getting. One thing I want to say though is the Injustice playthrough of Injustice Gods Among Us that I was doing by recording from, say, a box with this camera pointing at my TV. That will be coming back in about a couple weeks, maybe a month from now. Just to kind of just finish it off, because really I'm dying to finish the game. And though there are going to be no breaks, I can't really edit any of my videos except for if I get some subscription for free on something like Sony Vegas or something like that. I can't do that. And the last time I tried to edit it, oh, sorry, tired. But yeah, anyways, it's gonna be a long while before I can start getting back into my regular routine again. And again, I apologize for that. I cannot stress that enough. That I try to get things done and everything like that. But anyways, I want to get down to the business and try to get to the root of things. First off, I wanted to bring up a couple things that I was doing in the last couple months to the last few weeks up to now. So that would be interesting, I guess, for me, because I've also heard some things about some certain games that I want to try, and then again, that'll be interesting for me because, like, even though I can't record it, I will do my best to play them and then tell you guys the progress of how I did. So yeah, let's try that if I can. That is. So anyways, one of the upcoming news things was a couple weeks ago, almost a month ago, I went to Ottawa Comiccon. And that was amazing. Like, I'll take a lot of pictures, so anybody who has me on Facebook, I will likely be able to post them if you ask to my Facebook page, and just to do that, just to show you like what all happened at Comic-Con. Mainly, I bought some things that were kind of what my dad said was kind of unworth it, I guess was. But there was one thing that I did that was iconic for me, and then again, that was awesome. I ended up getting some memorabilia from Fairy Tail, if you know that anime. I absolutely love Fairy Tail. I mean, love it. And if anybody asks me what it is, I'll just say probably one of the best animes about any kind of wizards or magic or dragons. So, that's great. It is. Here we got this little necklace to top it off. It's the emblem from the show, and this was actually probably the thing that cost me the least to get, was this pendant or emblem or whatever you want to call it around my neck. And honestly, for the days I've worn it, I have almost never taken it off. Almost never. Until I go to bed or, say, take a shower or something like that. So another thing was I got a plushie. Now, for those of you who know the Pokemon franchise, I'll grab it here really quick, so let me just show you. It is a Pokemon, obviously, because I can't really get a plushie of, say, I don't know, a car or anything like that. So, if everybody knows the Oris games, this is Primal Kyogre. It's a kind of a big one. This one actually cost me a lot of money. It was actually the most expensive thing to get I got at Comic-Con. See, I walked in there with $150. I walked up with virtually nothing. So it was intense, to say the least. But also, I gained a lot of, I don't know, I guess the word would be appreciation for cosplayers, because honestly, I've done cosplay before, but never on the scale of what they did. And I'm absolutely amazed with what they did. One more thing I want to show you is a picture I got taken inside of one of my favorite cars of all time. At Ottawa Comiccon, you had the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters, which awesome. It was actually one of the first things I saw when I walked into the building. Another one was the the DeLorean from Back to the Future. If anyone remembers that movie or that car, the DeLorean was like an iconic car that was rarely made. So that on itself was actually pretty cool. But there's also one more car that really took the bait for me and made everything at Comic-Con worth it. I waited in line, for almost 40 minutes to get this picture. And I paid the fee and all that. And I got a picture with one of my friends in the car, which she was waiting with me. And about 10 minutes in, she walked over and we started talking. And then all of a sudden, that 10 minutes turned into like a half hour. Then half hour turned into 40 minutes, and then the cameras were charged and they were ready to go. So anyway, this is the picture of the car. Now, if anybody knows the show Supernatural, you'll get it. This is a picture of Baby, the 1967 Chevrolet Impala 4-door sedan that Dean Winchester drives in the show. It's actually his dad's car, but he inherited it through means for the family business. And it's a car I absolutely love, and for that, it's great just to be able to have a picture of myself in my favorite car. Well, one of my favorites. That's my favorite movie car. It was funny to say the least, because I got in the car and I'm just like, I was dressed as Bobby. I was really supposed to be dressed as Dean, but I kept my beard going a little bit. I know you can't like see it anymore because, anyway, last couple months I had a little bit of a beard going on, a little bit of a neck beard kind of going on, and it worked a lot for a while. And then I got to Comic-Con and it was still kind of growing in, and I didn't want to shave off my beard, so I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm not going as Dean. I'm going as Bobby. And if you know who Bobby is, Bobby was basically Dean's dad's best friend and Dean's mentor, as well as his brother Sam. And honestly, I actually got recognized by a couple people at the place. It's like, are you Bobby or are you John? I'm like, I'm Bobby. But yeah, it was interesting to say the least, because honestly, it was a hot day. Actually, no, it was very cold because we had the rain, and then I don't know. It was a long day. Started at Star Trek, and then we went to Comic-Con, so that was awesome. It was a school trip, by the way. It wasn't, I didn't personally pay for everything to go, so I paid my fee and went to go. So, how it works with schools. But anyway, that was an interesting experience, and I wish I could just post, edited stuff on here, just to show you, little snippets of what happened, and what I saw, and who I saw dressed up, so it was amazing, to say the least. But anyway, I want to just cut there before I start saying anything more about Comic-Con, because it was just amazing. I want to tell everything about it, but I don't want to have that time. Anyway, I want to start this episode off. I wanted to start this episode off with a review from a game, just to start my return again back to what we call as the scheduled departure, or the scheduled recording sessions for YouTubers. And yeah, that didn't go as planned, did it? We're already 9 minutes and 40 seconds in. So anyways, I want to get down to the gritty of it and get you down with a game review that I have. I'm actually borrowing this from a friend of mine, because he said, Tristan, you really have to play this game. It's kind of on the premise of a Call of Duty game, but at the same time it's not. It's a first-person shooter, and it's actually from 2012. It's from EA, and anyway, I'll just cut myself off there. It's a game called Syndicate. Now, if anybody knows this game, and loves this game, then I praise you for it, because honestly, I just started playing this game a little while back, and I didn't get very far, but what I played of it was amazing. Like the graphics itself are great for 2012, and if everybody remembers games from 2012, the graphics they were good, but they weren't like great. They were minimal. But anyways, that's the weird thing about it, because before this, I never even heard of this game. I've heard of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but never Syndicate on its own. So my buddy recommended it to me. I was like, dude, what the heck is this? I boot up the game and he was serious. He's like, see? Look how fun this is. I'm like, yeah, shut up. But anyway, my initial review of this game was, for the time I played it, was great. Excuse me again. But anyway, the game really did shock me a lot, though, because it reminded me a lot of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, even though it wasn't out. Just kind of the physics and the gameplay, but they also remind me of Assassin's Creed. And it's just the way that the spotting system is, like even Uncharted, when you're playing Nathan Drake and you're going around and you're looking at little things every now and again, you see enemies and they'll either see you or they won't see you. So that on its own, like, for me, that's okay feature, but at the same time it gets really annoying because I'm not a stealth player. I like being stealthy, but I'm not a stealth player. See, with me in games, if you ever play with me, ever, like, it doesn't matter if it's Pokemon, if it's Smash Bros, if it's some kind of online game, like say even Rocket League. I was playing that recently with my friend. For the last 2 months, we've been playing that, and it's great. All I can say that. I played it before during that summer update video, like way back with my buddy Braden. Him and I played that non-stop for the weekend that I was down there, and it was great. I wish I could have showed you gameplay, but honestly, it was one of the best things I've ever played, and still will ever be playing. My initial review of this game from what I've played so far, I'd actually give this a 7 or an 8 out of 10. 7.5, 8, around there. Just because the graphics alone are great, and the gun physics, and the way that you can manipulate your opponents, right, or your enemies, right, like that. Because you have certain abilities, one that will allow you to make them commit suicide, and the other that will indefinitely cause them to explode. So it's interesting enough, to be the least. Anyway, okay. Next up, I also want to do a movie, or not a movie, but a TV show review. Now, if anybody remembers this show, think about this for a second. It's a motorcycle club show. It was very popular on, I believe it was FX, or not FX, HBO. And for the most part, it worked really well. And it went to, I think it was either 7 or 6 seasons. And in my hands, I hold the final season. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but I'm just going to say this. This review is of Sons of Anarchy. Now, in my hand is the final season, as I said. It's the discs for the final life of the show. And it was actually really cool because, in a way, the show really picked up around season 3 when some things happened. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it or is planning to see it. But all the way, it's very gruesome, I guess, for some parts, and even just some of the things that are shown in the show. Are pretty gruesome and kind of graphic, but then again, it's like, whatever. It's a show. And overall, it's not too bad of a show either. Like, when I first started watching it, I'm like, I can get into this, yeah, it's okay. And then as soon as I got more in-depth with the story, like, every time you watch a TV show and you like the show, you get in touch with the characters, you get immersed with the characters, the lore, the story, and all that. And same thing with me with Supernatural. Like, whenever things happen in Supernatural, I would either tear up or start to protest myself. Like, it happens. You get so immersed into the show, and you start to, feel the things that your characters are feeling. Not literally, though. But at the same time, like, you get the feelings, you get all the emotions, you get the feelings and the thoughts with the characters. And when people become in touch with that, it's rare, but it's also very, very cool. And it makes for an amazing conversation piece. I mean, come on. But yeah, and it goes for any show. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's an anime or a comedy or whatever it is. Anyway, the final season actually went out with a bang. Like, not a literal bang, but the way the director Kurt Sutter ended the show was, it's basically a coup de grace. And what I mean by that is it's almost the perfect ending. There's no other way you could have ended that show. I mean, there is, but at the same time, like, there's no fitting way to do it. And I know some people may recognize one of the characters, Jax Teller, who's played by, I think it's Charlie Hunnam. I don't know if I pronounce his name right all the time. But Charlie actually played in Pacific Rim as the brother Raleigh. Basically, if you remember this, Gypsy Danger, the mech. This mech was actually the one him and his brother piloted. And in the movie as well, it's his co-pilot Mako also pilots it as well. But anyway, that is basically the premise for that. And what happens in the show, it's dynamic, it's perfect. And just some of the reactions from the people in the show as well when they actually stopped the season and it aired. Like, I've watched the special features or the goodbyes for the season, and it is touching. It's heartbreaking, really. Like, honestly, when I watched it, I'm like, ugh, I don't want this to end right now. I don't. Like, for the longest time, I got to the very couple last episodes of the season, and I actually stopped halfway through one of the episodes and said, I don't want to watch the end of it yet. I'm not ready. And I waited a full 2 years before the show actually came out on DVD, and then watched it. I'm like, ugh. I don't regret it, but it was good. Anyway, the TV show, for me, a review for that is, I'll give it an 8.5 or a 9. And probably one of the highest marks I'll ever be able to give any TV show. Because you can't just get perfect. You can't. But at the same time, like, Sons of Anarchy was one of my all-time favorite shows. And that'll never be able to live it down. So anyways, that ends all the reviews I have for today. And even, like, just for, like, the next couple of weeks and all that, I'll be doing some stuff around. You'll see more videos coming up. I'll do some, for my graduation ceremony, I'll be doing some videos and then mash them all together, like, just interviews from a couple of students. And as I said on Facebook, I don't know if anybody on my friends list has seen it, but also, if you are participating in the NG commencement for the high school commencement, and you want to be on tape, if you want this to be seen by random people, I mean, that's your choice entirely. I already have 2 people lined up. You'll be seeing them next week, I think, around a couple days before commencement, so I'll try to get a video up going before then. and one afterwards, just to see, like, to show you what's kind of been, what's the what. And if anybody in the area that's in our area here wants to be on YouTube and be featured in one of my videos, just come up and say what you want to say, and then I'll see if I can put you in. But like I put on Facebook, I can only have max 10 people. Max 12. I already have 2, so I guess that will be max 10 for the entire video, and only 2 people per session. So every one of these, and I'm going to try to be keeping it short. And so if you have anything like heartfelt you want to say about your high school thing or years, I welcome it. But just try to keep it PG, I guess that would be the way for it, as requested by my principal. And this isn't just saying, as a whole, like, I want to be doing PG videos. I'm not saying that either, because I've done a little bit of, cursing and everything like that in previous videos. Like, say, my Sour Challenge video, which I will, as a request, I will try to be doing another one of those with some different kinds of sour candies. I know I did lemon heads, warheads, and I can remember if that was it was lemon head. I did one that was a really stale one, I guess. I only got a good one for that. And then the warheads, which were the little candies like about that, and then I had the warhead squirt that really made my mouth cringe. Like, honestly, during that video, right here and right here, they clenched like hard, and that's what caused me the pain in that video. And yeah, basically that's what it did. Anyway, before it gets really too long, because it's already past 22 minutes. As I said, I will be doing some stuff later in the week, and we'll be posting videos wherever I may be. I don't know if I'll be here at home or going off, just getting out of the neighborhood or whatever. But anyway, just stay tuned for more videos, and I will keep you guys updated on everything on Facebook, as well as just some random things if I do get it. I know I will be trying to do some stuff on Twitter, so I'll be posting this video here to Twitter. That'll be a couple of ones, and then some of the more better known videos will be going up to Twitter as well, if I can get the links to them, and then send them to my Twitter account. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like or dislike. It helps me either way. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to Dark Sage, click on the link below and press that, hit the subscribe button for the sake of the acolytes, and become an acolyte today. Anyways, don't forget to share as well, and remember, have yourselves a good life and a happy life. This has been Dark Sage, recording acolytes. See you in the next video. Dark Sage out.